और मैसेज होता है इनका, तो हमारे लिए माशाल्लाह बाइस फख्र है। तो मैं अब आगे बढ़ूँगा। हमारे भाई हैं माशाल्लाह, they can decide whether he's going to speak in English or in Urdu. However, he has a vast experience working for wonderful organization. जैसे हमारा कश्मीर वनरेबल है, यहाँ चैरिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ इनका बहुत बड़ा एक्सपीरियंस है। हम चाहेंगे कि इन जैसे लोगों के साथ हम काम कर कर हमारी जो गैप्स हैं उनको फिल किया जाए। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अभी हाल ही में ये काउंसलर भी बने हैं, तो हम इनके साथ मिलकर काम भी करेंगे। मेरी ममराद का काउंसलर इश्तियाक, प्लीज से फ्यू वर्ड्स।
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear brothers and sisters, elders, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. I have been asked to keep this quite short and succinct, obviously because of the time constraints. I just want to make a couple of points, really. I mean, we all sit here today united on a cause, and that is the cause of Kashmir, and regardless of our political affiliations and memberships, we do stand united behind that cause. The cause being that the people of Kashmir have endured atrocities and war crimes for over 70 years. Now, I don't want to bore you with the historical or the contemporary kind of history of Kashmir. You're all well aware. I just want to thank our distinguished guest and brother from Islamabad here today for making a very important observation, and quite rightly so, because looking around the room, the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room in the PE, the lack of young people involved in such activities. So, if we are to continue the struggle for the people of Kashmir, we must educate or re-educate our future children and our future generations to ensure that they continue the struggle. We may be around 30 years, 40 years? If that. Thank you, brother. Right, yeah? Don't talk about yourself, I'm only 30. Thank you. But, on a more serious point, I think it is a very important and crucial issue. If you ask most youngsters in Bradford who are from either, the Kashmiri background or South Kashmiri background or whatever, they're all very well versed about the history, about the conflict of Palestine, but not about Kashmir. So therefore we need to take some responsibilities as a community, as the elders of the community or leaders of the community, to ensure that if we are to continue this struggle, then we need to change our tact. We need programs around education, whether it's through, extracurricular activities, through mosques, whatever. But we really, it's so important and crucial that we continue that struggle by engaging our young people. Thank you very much.
माशाल्लाह, बहुत शुक्रिया काउंसलर साहब। अब मैं आगे बढ़ूँगा। इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे करूँ? नौजवान है माशाल्लाह, और इनको जब देखते हैं तो हमें जनाब आप जमाती मालूम याद आते हैं, और ये हमारे लिए फ़ख्र भी है कि ये एक प्रोफेशनली सॉलिसिटर होने के बावजूद उन्होंने अपने वालिद साहब का एक मिशन को जो है ना चूज़ किया कि उनकी जो कम्युनिटी को है अपना जो भी एफर्ट्स थी, अपना किरदार थी, उनको ज़रूरी समझा, और ये छोटी सी सैलरी पे छोटे से यकीन करें कि इनके लिए ये अहम नहीं है। मैं किस तरह इनका तारुफ करूँ कि हमारा ये जो एक्सपीरियंस पहली बार इनके साथ हुआ है कि ये रूम ऑर्गेनाइज करने में एक बार नहीं फ़ोन किया, हमारा काम था इनको बार बार फ़ोन करना, लेकिन इन्होंने अपनी जिम्मेदारी समझकर जिस तरह हमारे साथ इंगेज किया, ये हमारे लिए, जैसे हम कह रहे हैं कि यूथ को इंगेज करें, यंगस्टर को इंगेज करें, ये अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारे लिए फ़ख्र है कि इन्होंने अपनी ओनरशिप और अपनी जो जिम्मेदारी है, अपना एक हक है वो अदा किया। और मेरी मुमराद काउंसलर मोहसिन साहब, प्लीज वेलकम ऑन स्टेज एंड प्लीज शेयर योर व्यूज।
Thank you very much for that introduction. Thank you. You know, I'm mindful of time, so I'm going to keep this very, very brief. As Councillor Ishtiaq pointed out, and our guest from Islamabad, you know, young people are our future. So it's very important that we do have young people involved in these important conversations. And yeah, Khalsa, you're absolutely right. You know, being a district councillor is not easy, especially when you're going to, you know, look to a legacy of, you know, Ajia Bruce and Jamaati. A lot of people said to me that it's, you know, he worked for everybody, and alhamdulillah he did. And I'm not saying that I'm there yet, but I do try my best. So inshallah, do talk to me. I'm just going to make a few points, and then last my ijazah, because I have mindful of time. I want to firstly commend all our district groups of Kashmir that do extensive work on Kashmir, because it's very, very important that regardless of any political affiliation, we stand united on the matter of Kashmir and Palestine. And indeed, the issue of Kashmir, you know, it's a political one, but it's also a human rights one. So it's incumbent on the government. You know, as you're aware, we do have a Labour government, and we will put pressure on our government to speak on the issue of Kashmir and hold the Modi government accountable for their actions. The Kashmiris will always continue to fight for their freedom, regardless of what the Indian government does. We will not remain silent on such cruelty inflicted upon our brothers and sisters, especially our children in Kashmir, our children in Palestine. The changes that were made in 2019, like, you know, so many speakers have, you know, alluded to, you know, this is an attack on the existence of Kashmir. And they must reverse and give the right to self-determination to the people of Kashmir. And I would just like to reassure everybody in this room that as a council, we will always support peace and justice, whether that's in the Middle East or in the subcontinent. And in closing, I find this very important that I say this, that I would like to thank my dear brothers, our MP Imran Hussain, who has advocated for the issue on Kashmir, and our new portfolio holder for community safety, our councillor Kamran Hussain, who was in fact the first councillor to lead on a motion on Kashmir in this very chamber. Both brothers have raised this issue time and time again, and we should all support them in doing that, inshallah. And to end, मैं आपकी नज़र में एक शेर अर्ज करना चाहता हूँ। पहले अपने दिल की आँख खोल, पहले अपने दिल की आँख खोल, फिर कश्मीर देख। पहले अपने दिल की आँख खोल, फिर कश्मीर देख। इस सरज़मीन पर जन्नत की तस्वीर देख। दूसरों को कायद रखना उनकी मर्जी के खिलाफ, अब सब दूसरों को कायद रखना उनकी मर्जी के खिलाफ, अदल और इंसाफ के सीने में लगा जुल्म का तीर देख।
माशाअल्लाह, बहुत खूब, अदल इंसाफ